Good afternoon, Elizabeth Ide. It's Mrs. Fletcher, and I'm here to read you the story called The Color of Us by Karen Katz. So, just based off of this title, what do you think this book is going to be about? So, I'm just going to show you the title right here and look at these different pictures of these different people. What do you think the title might be about? Share that with a family member or a friend next to you. Now, as we're looking through the book, we're going to see these different hands and these different colors of these hands. Okay, and I'm going to turn the page and we see even more hands here, and I'm going to just put it a little bit closer so you can see it. Do you think this illustration on these pages help you to know what the book title of the book means or what the book will be about? Explain to someone next to you, how does it do that? So how does it show you what this book might be about based off of these different hand colors? All right. Now, before we start reading, I want you to look at your own hands. So I'm going to look at my hands and I'm going to see the colors that they are. And I want you to make a connection to your hands, to one of these hands, and I'll show you again in this book. So make a connection to one of those hands. Show you both sides. All right, so now that you've thought about kind of what the purpose is of this book, so why we are going to read it, you've kind of started to make a connection to yourself, that text to self connection. I'm going to start reading it, and I'm going to ask you some questions as we go along, and I've got a couple of items within the story that go along with it, okay? So The Color of Us by Karen Katz. My name is Lena, and I am 7. I am the color of cinnamon. Mom says she could eat me up. So that's Lena. Now, if you look at her in this picture right here, I have some cinnamon that's actually from my house. And I'm going to kind of show you the bottom of that color, if you can see it. Do you think that she's kind of that color of cinnamon? She looks kind of similar to that, doesn't she? So that's what they're comparing her to, is something that we see normally in our everyday lives. My mom's the color of French toast. How many of you like French toast? I know I do. She's an artist. Mom's teaching me how to mix colors. She says that if I mix red, yellow, black, and white paints in the right combination, I will have the right brown for a picture of me. The right brown? But Mom, brown is brown, I say. That's not so, Mom says. There are a lot of different shades of brown. Let's take a walk and you will see. So I'm going to put this up to the camera because I really want you to take a look at all these different brown colors that Mom is showing Lena. So Lena's mother is an artist, and she tells Lena that she can mix colors to find the shade of brown for her skin color. I want you to discuss with someone next to you what are the different colors that she talked about in order to mix the right shade of color to match Lena's skin. So think about that. What colors did she say she would need to match Lena's skin color to that cinnamon color that she was? Okay. So we have someone new in our story. We go to the playground where we see my friend Sonia. Sonia is a light yellow-brown, Mom says. Just like creamy peanut butter, I say, my favorite. So there's her friend Sonia. And I don't have creamy peanut butter at my house, but I have some chunky peanut butter. So this is the color of that peanut butter. So do you see that? Do you see the different skin colors that already Lena and Sonia have? So she's kind of like that peanut butter skin color. So another shade of brown. We have 2 more shades here. In this first picture, it says Isabella is chocolate brown like the cupcakes we had for her birthday. So I'm going to show you up close what Isabella looks like with her chocolate brown skin. And our other friend here who has similar-ish color to Mrs. Fletcher, Lucy, has skin that's peachy and tan. So think of that peach-colored crayon that you see, kind of that little bit lighter skin color and a little bit tan. That is what her friend Lucy has. So lots of her friends have lots of different colors. My best friend, Jo Jin, lives close to the playground. Jojen is the color of honey. So here is what Jojen looks like. And luckily, I have at my house some honey. So I'm going to put it nice and close. So here's Jojen, and here's my color of honey. My honey might be a little bit darker than Jojen, but she's kind of a honey skin color, kind of that really light brownish yellow color. 2 streets over, we see my cousin Kyle. His skin is a reddish brown like leaves in the fall. So when you're seeing leaves out in the fall, that is what Kyle's skin color is. So he has a different skin color shade also than Lena, and they're cousins, so they're part of the same family. And he has a reddish brown, where remember she has that cinnamon skin color, so I'm going to show you cinnamon again and see it compared to Kyle. Kyle might have a little bit darker of a skin color, but they're still part of the same family. They're just different shades of brown. Carlos and Rosita have brought their new puppy to the park. Carlos is a light cocoa brown, and Rosita's skin looks like butterscotch. So here's Carlos and Rosita. And I don't have actual butterscotch, but I made some butterscotch oatmeal cookies. And so I'm going to flip it over and show you there's my butterscotch there. And that's kind of similar to what Rosita's skin color is. And Carlos is a little bit of a cocoa brown. So here's Rosita's butterscotch skin color with those butterscotch chips I have in my cookies. When we pass by the pizza parlor, Mom and I see Mr. Pellegrino flipping a pizza high in the air. He is the color of pizza crust, a golden brown. How many of you like pizza? So see that golden skin color, that golden brown? That's what Mr. Pellegrino is. My babysitter, Candy, is like a beautiful jewel, bronze and amber. She looks like a princess. So even though her skin color is different than Lena's, she is still beautiful. Oh, look at, instead of hands, we have different colored legs. Mom and I walked to the park to eat our lunch. Look at everybody's legs, Mom. All the different shades. After lunch, we walked to Mom's favorite store, where Mr. Cashmere sells many different spices. He's the color of ginger and chili powder. So here's Mr. Cashmere. That's what he is. And I went into my spices, and I have ginger and chili powder. So here's chili powder, and here's ginger. And I'm going to show you. Here he is, and here is the mixed colors. Do those look pretty similar? A little bit. Ginger's a little bit lighter of a skin color, and chili powder's a little bit darker. Up the street is my Aunt Kathy's laundromat. Aunt Kathy is tawny tan like coconuts and coffee toffee. So have you ever had a Heath bar before or toffee? That is what her Aunt Kathy is like. And coconut is kind of like a whiter color, so she's that mixed color between coffee toffee and coconuts. After our walk, my friends come over. We take our towels to the roof and we lie in the sun. I think about everyone I saw today. Sonia, Isabella, and Lucy, Jojen, and Kyle, Carlos and Rosita, Mr. Pellegrino, and Candy, Mr. Cashmere, and Aunt Kathy. Each one of them is a beautiful skin color. My friends leave and I go downstairs. I am so happy as I get out my paints. Yellow, red, black, and white. I think about all the wonderful colors I will make, and I say their names out loud. Cinnamon, chocolate, and honey, coffee, toffee, and butterscotch. They sound so delicious. So she's getting out her paints, and she's going to mix different colors to make her special color that she is. At last, my pictures are done, and I've painted everyone. Look, Mom, I say, the colors of us. So if you look closely at all those different people that she's family or her friends and how they're all a beautiful different shade. They might be a dark brown, they might be a medium brown or a light brown, or a mixture of lots of different colors that makes that special color brown that they are. That's the color of what they are. And here's their hands again. So what I want you to think about after reading the story of The Color of Us is I want you to think, why does Lena's mom take her to so many places to see the people in the story? Why would she take her to see Aunt Kathy, Mr. Pellegrino, her cousins, her special friends? Why would she take her to see those different people? Do you think it could be based off of the Colors of Us title? And maybe the fact that she wants them to see different colors? Talk to someone near you and kind of do that think, pair, share. So think about it, share it with someone, and then share it out loud. Why does Lena say to her mom, look, Mom, the colors of us at the very last page? After she's mixed all those colors together and she made those beautiful cinnamon and cocoa and coffee toffee and butterscotch and honey, why is she saying that's the colors of us? Lena has so many different names to describe the shades of skin color she sees. Which name do you think is your favorite? So think about that. Think about the different ones that are your favorite. Do you like that Aunt Kathy was tawny tan like coconuts and coffee toffee? Or that Mr. Cashmere has different spices like ginger and chili powder? Lena herself was like cinnamon. Candy, her beautiful babysitter, she's like a beautiful jewel, bronze, and amber, and she looked like a princess. So how many of you like princesses and would like to look just like that? Or Mr. Pellegrino, who's flipping pizzas all around, and he has a beautiful golden brown pizza crust. So think about that. Which one was your favorite? The different shades of brown again is your favorite. What colors would you use to mix your own skin color? So think about the skin color that you have and which one of those beautiful hands that we saw at the beginning of the book and how everybody is a different shade and a different color. I want you to think about how would you make that color yourself? And what kind of cool name would you come up with? So think about that. What kind of colors do you have? So Mrs. Fletcher kind of has, if I'm looking around, I could maybe put some ground ginger in there. That's kind of a little bit darker than what I am. So I would have to come up with a slightly lighter color. And I really like ice cream. So maybe I would do like a butter pecan or a vanilla and make that and mix it up. And maybe I would say, I would have to think of a good name, maybe something with vanilla or, because I love using vanilla in my baking, it's so tasty. So I would have to come up with some clever name, but I want you to think about what color you would make and what would be your special name. And think about that when we're looking at others throughout the world and the different shades and different colors that we are and what colors we can make to mix our colors of our skin and the colors that we are as humans, how special and unique that it makes us. And it really makes us special when we have friends that are all these different colors because that's what makes up the world. So think about that while you're at home doing your e-learning and think about those connections you can make to friends that you have at Elizabeth Ide. Bye, guys.